What is up, everyone? My name is Jesse. This is the Auditorium. I react to video game music as a musician myself. Today is a 2-for-1 video. We are going to be listening to Final Fantasy IV Battle of the Four Fiends, the original, which I've never heard. I've heard a couple of other versions. We'll talk about that later. But this is the original. And then after that is a similar song from Final Fantasy XIV called Forged in Crimson. And I guess it's probably like a callback to that. I don't know. Really quickly, I'm going to start with the original, which is only a minute long, or almost 2 minutes. Very quickly before I start, I've heard this a long time ago. I kind of don't remember what it sounds like, but I heard the Distant Worlds version first a while ago, and then not too far away, I listened to like a orchestral remix of this, and it was just thrown in there, and I don't remember entirely what that sounded like, but here we are again. Either way, this is the original. This is the first time I hear the original, and then we'll check out the other one. I hope that makes sense. Requested by Vanadel on Patreon. Thank you. Final Fantasy IV Battle with the Four Fiends. Let's go. Nobuo Matsu. Okay, yeah, I remember that now. Dun dun. Okay, it's coming back to me. Ooh. Oh, that chiptune bass, man, always gets me. Okay, yeah, I remember now. Oh, dude, this one was way better original. No bias. Dude, the big drums on the left. Whoa, dude. Bum, bum, bum. Oh my god. We'll talk about that later. Damn. Okay, we'll talk about that later. And now Forged in Crimson from Final Fantasy XIV, which apparently is somehow connected. This one's a little longer, and I'm assuming this is Soken. I don't know that, but we'll find out. This is from Hungry Chad on YouTube. Okay, Forged in Crimson. Let's go. I hear same key at least. Oh. Ooh. It's too early to say anything. But damn, that sounds good. We have a choir now. Oh, so it's literally the song just remade. Excuse me, it still has that little gallop of the hi-hat gallop is still there. Dude, this character looks sick. Woo! Violins. Dude, the energy is so good. Whoa, dude. I haven't been this surprised by a 14 song in a long time, like this hard. The halftime beat? Almost sounded dubstep for a second. Dude. The male versus female choir? Oh. A little interlude. Dude. Oh, that background's sick. All those like elder rock gods or whatever. Dude, this is amazing. Seriously. This fight looks nuts, by the way. Don't. Oh, all the red is gone. Wow, dude. Oh, this is why dynamics are so important. I think there's another loop left. There's 2 minutes left. This is nuts. Was that timed? That little... He has one wing? What other character has one wing? Actually, there's a couple. Notice Final Fantasy really likes wings. Defeated. Man, Hungry Chat's videos are always hype. Holy shnikes, dude. It's been a while since my feathers have been ruffled like that with 14. Not saying that I've had a bad streak or anything, but we'll get to that. First of all, let's talk about this song, which has had somewhat of a history on this channel now. Now, what I said earlier was true. I have heard it twice. but I hear so many songs all the time that I kind of forget them. But also, when I first heard this was the Distant Worlds version. It was a long time ago, like a long time ago. I'll put it at the end of this video. So I'm gonna have to go back and see how I reacted then, because I'm guessing, very orchestral. And then again, I heard a medley not too long ago, a couple of weeks ago, that was like a 1 through 15 medley, and it was all orchestral again, but they moved through the songs in like after like 30 seconds or something. So I was like, nah, you know, I really want to hear the original. I want to see if it's been requested. And then the requester requested this, and Forged in Crimson, and left a note saying that they're actually maybe should be heard together. So I kind of usually don't do that, but I trusted my gut. I was like, okay, cool, let's see. When I heard the original, I'm definitely gonna have to use this again later. It really stuck out to me quickly that this is the way better version. I'm usually not one to like compare versions, which ones I like better or not, but like this one, it really like spoke to me how strong it is, and it made me think that if it got chosen out of a medley to represent the song, that it's a pretty important song. It's a really big song. Also, it's Final Fantasy IV battle with the 4 Fiends, so maybe it's, you know, pretty significant to the story, especially if it's being chosen as a medley. But hearing those melodies in the original structure, dun 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 dun, I recognize that, those stabs, and I was like, oh yeah, I don't remember like the whole piece per se, but I remember that. You know, you can remember something like dun 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 dun. But this time I heard it with the original bass and everything, and it sounded really, really cool. And overall, this gave me a very distinctive feeling of, I wonder if, because mind you, I heard Battle on the Big Bridge first, so FF5, before this. And I'm wondering now if that song was at all inspired from this one, because I can hear a lot of 4 Fiends, excuse me, in Battle of the Big Bridge, or Clash on the Big Bridge, the Gilgamesh song. There's some similarities, especially the little that gallop, that very, I don't know where it came from first, maybe here or maybe another song before this one, but it was definitely here. Because when I mean a gallop, it's that triplet dun 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 with the hi-hat, kind of giving this like forward momentum constantly. And either way, it just kind of had like a lot of stuff that was in Big Bridge is here too. Very iconic song. I could tell that was a big deal. Even though it was kind of short, I could still tell it was like a big deal. Trying to imagine it at that time with its limitations and pushing those limitations, and that was really, really good. That being said, now I will say this: the original, that the one I just talked about, was so far the best version that I heard out of the 3 that I checked out prior. So the Distant Worlds, the orchestral one from, it was from Record Keeper, that's what it was from. And then out of those 3, the original was the best. Then comes this one. Now, I'm not gonna say it was better than the original. I don't do that. That's not the goal of my channel. I'm reacting. I'm first time hearing it, right? I'm not like, whoa, this was, you know, it's not a critique thing. It's like the initial like rush I get from the first time. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention for the first one, the original one, I wrote that it was very ambitious. So like for its time, I could seriously imagine that being like, just like, what the hell? Whoa, this is crazy. So anyways, this one, Final Fantasy XIV version, I'm assuming this is a Soken version of the Nobuo song. Now, I will say this, and I don't mean any disrespect towards Soken at all, whatsoever, but I've noticed that some of my favorite stuff from 14 has been like Nobuo songs that have been remade by Soken. Now, that, again, I don't want to say like Soken's, you know, whatever, you know what I'm trying to say. Soken definitely has bangers, but I'm saying like some of the stuff that's really stuck out has been like Nobuo stuff that's been remade. Just something I noticed. Not all, right? But just something I noticed. So the gallop is what I want to say about this one though. It's extremely faithful. This is a very good version because it's like everything. Well, with that said though, with the whole like Soken and Naboo thing, the way I see that is like with these modern versions, it's like I almost feel like this is like what Naboo would have wished it sounded like back then. You know what I mean? Like the technology's there, you know. So I'm sure he's very honored that these exist through Soken's mind, modern day. Because imagine hearing this back when Final Fantasy IV came out in that quality. It's just like it's unfathomable, right? It would be the best thing ever heard. So it's extremely faithful, but yet it's still done in such a modern, like extravagant way that is super impressive. The addition of the choir, which maybe was originally planned but couldn't, you know, that type of thing. The fact that it was like two choirs, the female and the male vocal, they're doing their thing, and then they clash together to do like a harmony. The beautiful use of dynamics, so sometimes the drums go off and then it's just orchestral, and then it's just like this, like everything has their time to shine. I really love that one tiny section where the drums go in halftime, where it's almost like a dubstep beat, and it's so short, right? Just so you can be like, oh, whoa, what the hell? And then it goes back to the tick, 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 tick. So the dynamics there are really effective, because if that went on too long, I mean, it would still be cool, but if like it's just the right amount of time for it to kind of just throw you off course before it brings you back. Really faithful. Really love the energy of this one. Very good. And I'm actually curious as to why. And this is my only question. For example, like I've done. I could be wrong about this, but I'm pretty sure. Let's just use FF8 for example. There was the Extreme, which is Naboo, and in 14 there was a version of the Extreme. I could be wrong about this. I could just look it up, but I'm pretty sure it's just called the Extreme. I don't think they changed the name. Whereas in this one, it's, you know, Battle with the Four Fiends, and then in this one's called Forged in Crimson, which is clearly a different title. I would like to know why that is. If it's just to differentiate the composers, I don't know. But that's a pretty big difference. Because it's not like inspired per se. It's like almost it's a remade song, right? I didn't hear, like, yeah, there's obviously differences, but clearly it's like Battle with the Four Fiends in 14. That's what I took from it. So let me know. I've been talking a lot. This was a really good song. And damn. I'm gonna have to hear the original a lot more because I really like that chiptune sound. That bass of a chiptune is fantastic. But hearing those like orchestral stabs on the original side was fantastic as well. Okay. I just talked for like 7 minutes straight. Thank you, Vanadel, and thank you to all the 14 crowd who's stuck around, and thanks to you for watching. Let me know all those questions if I missed anything, if this is a boss difficult, blah, blah, blah. I'm sure the 14 fans will gush as they usually do. This song was great, though. Both versions. And Battle with the Four Fiends is, dare I say, a very iconic song. Pretty damn good. My name is Jesse. This is the Auditorium. Have a good night. Peace.